just west of the world-famous Las Vegas Strip. We're at the site of Super Bowl 58, Allegiant Stadium, here in Las Vegas. Good to have you with us. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. You know, partner, fantasy football doesn't take into account the guys close to the football, the guys at the line of scrimmage. This is one where our eyes are going to be focused on that battle in the trenches all game long.
Mike, it doesn't matter if it's Pee-wee football, middle school football, or NFL football. You can only do offensively what your offensive line allows you to do. And I think that's exactly the case for both of these teams here today. They are going to win or lose based on the ability of gaining an advantage in the offensive and defensive line. So I think we're going to see downhill run game. I think we're going to see play action pass. And the team that's able to impose their will up front along the trenches, I think that's going to be the team that finds himself at the end of this one coming out with the win.
The break the huddle coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Baker to begin with a pass. Right away, they're coming after him, and they get him. A sack on the opening snap of the game.
It's 1st down. You got to get the ball out of your hands. I understand trying to take a shot. I love it on early downs. But once it's not there and that protection starts to break down, it's either check down or throwaway. You don't want to be in 2nd and long.
First carry for one of the league's best workhorses.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Atlanta Falcons. Coming up next.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared this team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they can win the game. That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the rookie from the University of Washington.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. They'll throw with Penix. This is caught by Robinson. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
They go play action with Burrow. This one caught downfield by Higgins. He's to the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, 77 yards. And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense.
And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
They'll go play action here with Penix.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And, yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
Let's get some points on.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. Looking deep here for Mooney.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now Burrow.
That's caught. Andre Yoshibas.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
This is Brown going up the middle.
Oh, he shifts past him. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
And they go play action now. Burrow. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. Running right, here's Brown.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's ground. And he gets it down to the 32.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now it's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And Chase going to pick up a Bengals first down as he'll get this down inside the 20.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, a give to Brown.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Burrow now off the bootleg. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
McPherson's kick is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Penix. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Now Penix.
Forced out to his left. Fights loose.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32.
Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Burrow will throw. Now a short one to Gesicki. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Here's Burrow.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The slot man in motion right.
They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. Avery Williams deep for Atlanta.
Taken in at the 22. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be Falcon football. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
This a 2nd and 8. And looking to throw, Penix.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
The Falcons on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. To the air, Penix. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 2. Burrow on play action. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Got the defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now a short one to Gesicki. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll fake the jet sweep and go play action with Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. From 17 yards out. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
McPherson on for the point after. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a Bengals score. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll throw with Penix. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Yes, sir. I seen that Pickens trade, man. It's wild.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Waste of time.
Second and a couple. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to McLeod. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Rolling, boys. Time to go get fit.
To throw again is Penix. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Penix working out of the gun here. That is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Penix to the air once more. This is caught. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it's 17-7. So now an 8-play drive, it spans 75 yards. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Burrow looking to pass. That's to his tight end all. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now 2nd and 3. They're passing here. Joe Burrow on the move to his, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, so that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Now it's Burrow. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's Ryan Rico now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. On the return is Williams. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Bengals offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They go play action with Burrow. He'll look underneath and finds Brown. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Burrow.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. He'll get it inside the 20.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Jamar Chase.
42 yards. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They start on the ground with Robinson here. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
A play fake. Now Penix.
He finds Robinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
In motion goes McLeod. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
They'll go play action here with Penix.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss.
I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And he'll find McLeod on the right side complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Burrow. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Atlanta regains possession of the football. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air. As we take you through some of the action from earlier, this secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
2nd down and 4.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Looking to throw, Penix. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. Now Burrow. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
In motion left is Higgins. They'll fake the jet sweep and go play action with Burrow. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open man is Chase, complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
3rd down, here's Brown. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And looking to throw, Penix. That's complete to the tight end, Werner. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now a 2nd and 6. To the air, Penix. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll throw with Penix. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Here's Penix. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The Falcons on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 45-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to...
And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. They'll set up to throw. Throw left side. There's London. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, Penix. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Robinson gets the toss on the right side. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Second and 6. Looking to throw. Into the hands of London. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. On the bootleg, it's Penix. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. T. Higgins out on offense with the rest of his teammates for this next drive. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good, too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Now it's Burrow. That is caught. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Play action. Tagovailoa. To the sideline and pulled in by Smith. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Here's first and 10. Now a toss to Mostert, heading left.
For the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They've got first and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Let's get this show on the road. It is first and 10. Oh, he lost the football. And this is going to be a... So their offense out now to get this game started. It's first and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Catch is made.
Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this first.
What's goody out there, man? How y'all doing this morning? God bless you and your loved ones, man. If this your first time joining in, man, please like, share, comment, tell a friend, turn on your post notifications so y'all know when we here climbing these charts, getting that man in. You feel me? Remember, God is first. God loves you, man. 100.
this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. He's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions make a 9-point advantage. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw right away. Has a man, Justin Jefferson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Big play, 23 yards. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Rams football. They have 1st and 10. Play action on 1st down. Connects on the crosser. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Here we go. They go play action here. It's his running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Have to pick up the pace offensively as they go hurry up. From the 46. Escapes the pocket. And he's caught on the right side.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's a give to Swift. Just a short gain to the 33-yard line. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. He'll look to throw. 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's going to air one out right away. Oh, yeah. Oh, big hole left side. He's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Vikings. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back.
It is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. This fielded at the 2. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Right back to the air following that pick 6. First set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They will run it over center with Swift. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. He'll drop to throw. He keeps it himself. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets...
An unbalanced look to the left here on 1st down. They go play action for Murray. Got an open downfield on the crossing route. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
Back and ready now for the 2nd quarter. It's Cardinals football. They'll get to work here, 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Murray. The pass ball's incomplete, but was there a reason for it? We see a flag out there. too far downfield that time. That's what drew the flag. Play action now, Murray. Finds him on the crossing line. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
So the Cardinals offense ready to go on 1st and 10. Play fake. Murray. And incomplete to open things up.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. It's Murray. He finds his man complete. It's Peterson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Murray now.
Now from downtown Minneapolis, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us inside beautiful U.S. Bank Stadium, the home of the Vikings. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. We are about set for kickoff. Greg, talking to the coaches all week. We're so curious to see what's going to play out here at the start of this one.
And ideally, I think each of these teams is thinking, okay, we think this is how the game's going to unfold. This is our plan. This is how we're going to go attack. And if that's the case, great. but very rarely does that happen, Mike. So it's really the team that makes the best adjustments in real time, in between possessions, in between snaps. The team that adjusts the fastest and the most efficiently, they're the ones that come the end of the game, they tend to have the advantage.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Out of the gun, they'll throw to get things going. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. Lamar going to work from the pistol. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. The first carry for King Henry. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Jackson out of the pistol. He'll get that complete. It's George Pickens. And he's in. George Pickens. Touchdown, Minnesota. Now the try here for the point out. It's up. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Williams. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. To break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day. Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's a first carry for their running back. He'll get this inside the 20, a nice run. They're in the red zone. It's 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of that.
And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Dolphins.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This will be taken in at the 2. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
Keep pushing the ball down the field.
They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And we'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. That's T.J. Bryce in on the tackle. Jackson now on 2nd down. That's caught. Garrison. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. It's the quarterback with the sneak. He's going to have a Vikings first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Taking off.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. But sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
On play action, here's Jackson. This is down that right sideline. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. 2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We'll have more from Minneapolis after this. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. The shotgun, here's Jackson. That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, Vikings. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league. It's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. This taken just shy of the goal line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's got his man, Jefferson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. 3rd and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
And this is why most teams might decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
Back to the air one more time. He'll go right back to Jefferson. They connect again. He is in. Justin Jefferson
we're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. This will be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. On 1st and 10, Jackson. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Room to run, past the 30. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line. 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. Looking for a tight end on the corner route. He's got it. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
13. Middle. Support.
Jackson up top again. And he's going to be taken down. Well, we do have a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that's about. To the air one more time with Jackson. Going right sideline and complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal. And the pistol. Jackson ready. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. In this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, force the sack in the ensuing play, and go right back on track.
That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there. Now they'll be looking at 3rd and goal.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. The Vikings looking for 3. Bring out the field goal unit. This one from 39 yards out. His kick is good.
It's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Williams now to return. He's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 1st half of play. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top. in this second half. Coming up.
Returning this football.
3 points, all that separates these two sides as half number 2. Kicks off. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. What a great return. All the way down to the 40-yard line. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. That is intercepted.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. Pulled in by Henry. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A 1st down throw for Jackson. That'll be intercepted. Into space. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Dolphins. The defense comes up with the big play, and the pick 6 changes all the momentum. New leader in this one with that touchdown.
Mike, this is one of those plays at the end they're going to look back on and say that play changed the game. Not only do you create the turnover, you take it back the other way, and now you find yourself with the lead here in the second half.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Jackson. He'll tuck it and take off. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down. They bring Chase in motion. 2nd down. Jackson. That one intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, with this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth. He certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball, and if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
Now a run on 1st down. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard.
Let's go now.
He'll drop to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. Sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll throw out of the gun. Side of the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there.
Get some points on the board. Ball moving.
Off the play fake. Jackson. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this 3rd quarter. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete on what turns out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So we are through 3. This is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you?
Yeah.
Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Oh, secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First play, and Young is going to throw it. And it's complete to Antonio Gates. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. Down the right sideline. And he's got this all the way down to the 5-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Jones again. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Cunningham. He's got his man, Gates. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A first down carry for Smith. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Cunningham looking to throw. It's his target. It's Adrian Peterson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 37. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here's Cunningham. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now a 2nd and 10. Cunningham to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, it will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Off play action, it's Cunningham. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Young off the play fake. To the sideline and incomplete. The 14-time Pro Bowler Tony Gonzalez, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he works free. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
To throw, Young. Flushed out right. Fighting through pressure. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm, really. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Antonio Gates, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Giants add 6 to their lead.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And that falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, a nice job of bodying him up to finish
GG.
lane. And now it brings up third. We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
4 yards the pickup, first down. And now Mayfield on the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. A throw right side caught by Neighbors. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Mayfield now. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Juju Brents. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage. Was going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Powering his way forward. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Play fake. Mayfield. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by the all-time interception king, Paul Krause. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now a hit and a loose football. And it looks like the defense has got it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll go again to Jones. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. In on the tackle there, Ray Nitsky. In his heyday, it was before my day, it was before your day, but he was something else.
Look, I can still see that 6'6" on his jersey. And him rattling running backs and getting after quarterbacks. He used to wrap his forearms up, and he just had the big flipper come up and thump people in the chest. He was an absolute marvel playing in the linebacker position, especially right there in the middle. A Hall of Famer in 1978, and deservedly so.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. That's caught left side by Neighbors. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain. From the gun, Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. picked off by an American hero, Pat Tillman. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just past the 35. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent. The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
Now here's Johnson. Returning it, Johnson. And he won't quite make it to the 25. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Gets around him. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
Richardson going to move him around. They'll look to throw here on first down. Open man downfield. It's Ross. He's got him. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It's a gain of 35. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. And Richardson back to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. George Kittle, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's what really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
First carry now for Adrian Peterson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Cunningham. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Now Cunningham. He finds his man complete. That's Peterson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. When we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage. He was trying to get that one out to his running back out in the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're going to try and throw. Looking for his tight end Gates, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Here's Richardson to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now it's Richardson. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Flush to his right. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a gain, hard to argue against calling it.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Jones is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the 2nd half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Point after, right down the middle. And they'll make the score 14-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And just shutting him off there. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st half. That's it for the 1st half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this 2nd half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the 1st half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Now 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds Smith out of the backfield. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle was there but couldn't bust free.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Here's Cunningham from the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 44-yard line. Cunningham. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Cunningham looking to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, they're
We are 20 minutes south of downtown Buffalo. It is Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park, New York. The kicker, Tyler Bass, has us ready to start. And off we go from Buffalo. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. A good return as he takes it across the 30. So So they come to the line for first down and 10. Play action. Here's Daniels. Downfield, there's the veteran Ertz. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Unbalanced look here to the right side on first and 10. Throwing now, Daniel. Thrust, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up the key third down?
And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. So not quite first and goal. It's first and 10. They're pretty close. They'll get a yard or two to the 8. 2nd and goal.
Ready?
On 2nd down, it's Daniel. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
Let's go now.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. And he nearly takes it in, but they're going to say he's short of the goal line. So now it is 4th and goal. What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. On play action, Daniels. And this is hot. Wow, the decision to go pays off. Zach Ertz, touchdown Commanders. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting the game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. And that is incomplete. Aggressive play here. Score on that opening drive. But they don't get the 2, and it remains 6-0. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. Now an opening past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return.
Not today.
Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is James Cook. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Well, we knew coming into this one, Mike, that we were going to see a lot of this guy, and we knew we'd see a lot of him early. And if that first play is any indication of the rest of this game, this defense is going to have their hands full containing him.
They'll throw on first down with Allen. That's to the right side and incomplete. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. And it'll bring up second down.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
He's into space past the 25. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. For 29 yards. So after one, 6-0 is our score. More after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Set from the pocket. Be patient.
Build that momentum, offense! Build that momentum, offense. On offense.
The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts.
Gonna be a good day. Big play. Yes, it is about time. Let's go, baby. You can work for it. Yeah, man, come on.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Let's go get down, fellas.
Let's keep moving the ball.
Keep our attack on, man. Let's go. I want to see your TV celebration dance.
Let's line them up, hero.
This is points at the end of this drive. What's that?
Here's Allen to throw. This is going to be caught for a touchdown. But there is a marker down, and you can tell they know this is coming back. Tyler Bass now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Bills front by a point. It's 7-6. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll go play action here with Daniels. This is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Terrell Bernard. And his offense is going to be all set up with a
in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
He'll get rid of it and complete it.
There's a lot of quarterbacks around the league that really struggle with this, Mike, but not this guy. A righty quarterback moving to his left. Your mechanics, your footwork, and your arm talent all have to align, and Tell you what, he does it about as well as anybody around the league.
From the gun, Josh Allen. He'll find his running back Cook. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. Allen going to give it to Cook. That's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3. Play fake. Here's Allen. That is caught to the goal line and in. Ray Davis. Touchdown, Bills. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
Pass now for the extra point. He's got it. 14-6 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. It was A.J. Epinesa who brought him down. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back in Buffalo after this. Here's 2nd and 9.
Come on. Come back in.
Throwing is Daniel. Oh, try to fit it back in the middle of the field. Can't do that. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Terrell Bernard. And his offense is going to be on the side.
Seen him do it in college, but it's a different animal now doing this in the NFL. We think we can make him force some bad throws and make some bad decisions, and so far here in the first half, that's exactly what they've done. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Are you kidding me?
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He'll go right and find his running back. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone.
He's in. Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Buffalo. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start of this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. This placed in the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end rush. Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. Now pass deep from the plug. And he will take this one in. 81 yards. Touchdown, Washington. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
And that is incomplete. 2-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
They'll look now on 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Allen. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jeremy Chin. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position. Jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
First carry for the versatile Austin Eckler. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you can have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
Stick the eagle! Stick the eagle!
We'll go back to Eckler here on 1st down. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their 2nd. Clock is stopped for 26 seconds until the break. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Dragon 60!
From the shotgun, it's Daniel. That one taken in. Noah Brown. Touchdown, Washington. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
And he'll get into the end zone, doing it on his own. Successful two-point conversion. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This is fielded inside the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. First and 10. They'll go play action here with Allen. That is downfield into the hands of Keon Coleman. And he's taken down inside the
Biggest correlation between scoring points in the NFL is your ability to generate explosive plays. Oftentimes, the most explosive plays in the passing game happen when the quarterback is outside the pocket, and great example of it here.
Now the Commanders will use their third and final timeout. On the handoff, this is Cook. The Bills going to use their final timeout here. Tyler Bass on to try the field goal. This a 46-yard attempt. Bass's kick is good. And the Bills can tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line.
In it to win it. That's what we do. That's what we do.
On first and 10, it's Allen. This one caught by Khalil Shakir.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. Looking for that crease inside, and that did not break the play. No doubt about it. They are going to mark him short.
Pretty curious decision there, Mike, to go quarterback sneak on second down. It's typically something that we see on third and fourth down. But in this case, the play caller wanted to convert this first down, don't leave anything to chance, and he's able to get a fresh set of downs.
He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. He has 2 touchdowns in the air. Let's see what he can do here in this second half. On first and 10, it's Cook. Good running inside the 25. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down. Out of the gun, here's Allen. He'll get this into the hands of his running back. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. point by Madden is good. And the Bills will instead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Here comes the return from a yard or two deep. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Let's go now. Off the play fake, here's Daniel. That's complete. John Bates, the tight end. And he'll wind up out of bounds past the 45-yard line.
Pat the street. Pat the street.
On 1st down, it's Robinson. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in back. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 3rd and 2.
70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
3rd and 2. Here's Daniels. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Hot 70. Hot 70.
They'll go. It's Robinson. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down. They wind up with a gain of 11 on 4th down. Here's Daniel. He'll tuck it and take off. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a touchdown. But I don't think he knows yet that this one is coming back. On 2nd down, it's Daniels. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal. He's taken down at about the 8. Operating from the gun, and for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And the Bills are in great shape here as they take over the
trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Not much happening there, just a short game. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll drop to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36. It's Cook. And a nice game there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up in...